Shabbat Shalom, Kol Halal, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bahashim HaKadosh, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, the Akwat that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest, 144,000, the one-third, the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm the brother Yashuan, and civil war and uprisings everywhere. And we'll keep making these videos, right, as it keeps going on. It's not going anywhere. It's not dying down, is it? So we have to point these things out. 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, good enough. Let's go here. I'm going to try to keep this really quick because it's just a little, basically it's an update. So I typed in this, English riots. And so first I typed in England at war with itself, right? And nothing came up. So I typed in English riots and civil war, and this is what came up. Live, 24 hours, right? 20 hours, 6 hours. It's going down now. See, when it says live, and this is the headline, riots spread to Sunderland City. This is all in riot. I mean, all in England. Thugs, what is this? Thugs run riot in UK. So what's going on? Right? You got World War III popping, but what's going on in each individual country? What are they doing? Well, they're rioting, right? They're rioting in Israel. Okay. Riot police separate far right and counter protesters in several UK cities. So all of England right now is at war with itself. Riots spread to Sunderland. We just read that. Okay? Let's watch what. And it all started with what? The Southport stabbing. Okay? Now you got, look at that. Look at Esau. You got people out there with machetes and knives and stuff because that's how they're getting down. They don't. Everybody doesn't have a weapon like they do right here in the States. Okay, so let's take a look at this. 15 commercials. Bear with me, please. Baba Kasha. See how this is going to act. So yeah, this is the beginning of the end, as you can clearly see. This is not going nowhere. Esau's done. Off our streets. Migrant scum. So as you can see,
I think people are fed up. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. This is a culmination of two-tier policing gone wrong. People are fed up of being told you should be ashamed if you're white and working class. Well, I'm proud white working class. Because Nadia Wissam, the MP, said that people that were coming out today to show support for England were far-right fascists.
Esau's being run out of the world right now. Can you see it? This is one of their home stomping grounds. They're getting ran over, right? They can't mount a good comeback. They're just saturated with brown people.
I'm not a far-right fascist, I'm a patriot. And I believe in free speech. And I'm sick of people like her telling us that white working class people are fascist. because we want to see an end to people coming over illegally on boats from safe countries.
British.
And how was the land stolen in the first place? Okay, how did the Renaissance go? How did the Renaissance take place? Basically the same
Not
way.
just being white, you can be black and British, Asian and British. It's about the core values. The Southport attacker may have been from Cardiff, he might have been born there, I don't specifically know. But stabbing 3 children while they're dancing and 10 others, that's not British, that's not our core values. Yeah, if you come over here and...
What does British mean? It means covenant man. That ain't you.
If you want to be British, then follow those like core principles. Like, we're here for freedom, we're here to help people. If you're a refugee from a war-torn country, we welcome you, because that's what we've always done.
You ain't running shit no more, buddy. The handwriting is on the wall. This is it.
Well, I'm here because, you know, there is an attempt to exploit a very tragic situation.
What does Stuart mean, Mr. Halfordy? What does the word Stuart mean? Schwarzer, Stuart. What does that mean? Where does that come from? The House of Stuart?
This is a sort of nationwide protest that we've seen come out of nowhere.
Nationwide protest out of nowhere. Listen to this.
And Nottingham is a multiracial city, and we want everyone to feel comfortable in their own city centre.
No, you don't. You want to kick them all out and do what they're doing. What Amalek is over there doing to the Palestinians is what you want to do, but guess what? Them days are gone. Okay? What's going on in South Africa right now? What's going on in Israel right now? Well, all those brown people are surrounding you right now.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think this is our city. It's a multiracial city, and we've got a right to have our city centre free of far-right protesters.
Yeah, and the Indians and the Ishmaelites, they're over there saying the same. Oh yeah, this is our city, right? So your rhetoric and your bullshit is over with. See.
And it's all to me a bit aligned to things like Crystal Nat in the late 30s, and you know the rise of pillarizing one community and blaming them for everything, giving you an excuse then to attack them and their religion or whatever it is. It's religion this time, but it's been all sorts of things. We went through it with like Jewish people.
Oh, they had to cut that. So England is spiraling, okay? And that's a good microcosm to look at and see what is about to happen all over the world. Esau's mad. German Shepherds only work on Negroes, right? It's too late. Too late, Esau. This is Esau's last stand. And it ain't, this is the beginning of it. The beginning of wars, right? That's where we're at. Let's get that real quick. We're at the beginning of this thing, okay? Woe is me. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days, is what Ezra was saying. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, which they are, the beginning of evil, bad times. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. So we could clearly see, I mean, we could go back to any one of these, it's going down. Okay, that's live. All right, so yeah, let's go and look at this. That was Hindustan time.
I get after metal.
Salakia. Get to the meat of the matter. We'll watch a little more protest.
Missiles thrown at police cars and buildings on fire. Ugly scenes in Sunderland last night. But what will this evening bring? Good evening. There is an increased police presence in a number of towns and cities across the country tonight, where far-right protesters have been gathering. In some places, dispersal notices or increased stop-and-search powers are in place to tackle antisocial behaviour, while a number of police officers have been injured in Liverpool and Hull, and there have been incidents this afternoon in Manchester, Stoke, Nottingham and Belfast.
All over England, is what he's saying.
Riot police have separated rival far-right and anti-racist protesters who are facing off in a number of...
Racist. Anti-racist or racist? Come on. It's pretty bad out here. Let's see. She's talking for a minute. What happened to Jake? See? It's all the experiments going
across
back.
the UK. In the last few minutes, police said they had made 4 arrests in Hull, where 3 officers were hurt during clashes. Our reporter Andrew Misra is in Liverpool, where police say they're dealing with serious disorder in the city centre.
Salakia, I'm
The cities.
And what's going to put a stop to it, Kim? What's going to put a stop to this disorder?
Well, we've seen a very strong police response, certainly in Sunderland, and I'm very grateful to Northumbria Police for that. They continue to make arrests today, and I want these people to face the full force of the law. But at the same time, we really need to tackle the cause of this and really hold the social media companies that are allowing.
Yeah, the cause of this is Esau, right? And it's being dealt with, okay? Once and for all. It's going to take a minute to clean it all up. The mess that you made, Esau, but it will be cleaned up.
Disinformation and the organisation of these events to spread online and identify those people who are starting this in those right-wing groups who are seeking to commit this violence on our streets.
Okay, Kim McGuinness, Mayor of the North East, thank you very much for speaking with us. Let's go now to Jane Ashworth, who's the leader of Stoke-on-Trent City Council. What's your understanding, Jane, of the violence and disorder, the extent of it?
From the perspective of an Edomite, Jane, give us your synopsis of the situation from your perspective, okay? Not from somebody who's fed up, right? With the way that they've been treated wherever they go, okay? This is the day of reckoning, okay? Guess who's going to get kicked out of their own land now?
Stoke today.
It's not been as bad as it has in other parts of the country, I'm very pleased to say.
That says a whole lot. It means it's going down everywhere, all right? Not just in Leeds, not just in Trent City, okay? Not just in Southport, not just in Sunderland, it's everywhere.
It appears to be the case that, as Kim McGuinness said, organised through social media, about a few hundred people turned up, clearly intent on causing trouble. It was their intention to whip up emotions. It was their intention to take on the police where possible. It was their intention to, I think, probably right from the start, though I can't be sure, to march on an unguarded mosque in part of the town centre.
And did they?
They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. They ran right up on them, like, yeah, we're going heads up with the police and whoever else tries to stop us. Okay, let's get a. Because really, what's going on is a civil war right there, right? Let's get a. We'll just get one and done. We won't go to Isaiah 19. Let's type in civil war. And we'll go here to Luke 11:17, where it says this. Okay. Civil war. Luke 11:17 in the NLT. He knew their thoughts. Who's he? Yahushua knew their thoughts. So he said, any kingdom divided by civil war is doomed. A family splintered by feuding will fall apart. Well, here, the family of England, the big melting pot, just like over here, right? And the daughter of England, right? Because England is the mother or whatever, right? Your melting pot is what? At civil war. Doomed. Your family is splintered by feuding and you're falling apart. All right? Every kingdom divided against itself is laid waste and divided, and a divided household falls. Every kingdom, including the United Kingdom. All right? Pretty literal, yeah? Brought to desolation. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. They're done. All right? It's not going to turn back and get better. And get a good thumbnail here. Look at Esau. Worry. This will work right here. Racism has no place here or anywhere. Is that right? You're standing in the wrong place there, Ishmael. It's going down over there. It's going down. So with that, we hope that the electorate edify you brothers and you sisters. Shabbat Shalom.